Hello and welcome back to Pro Evolution Soccer 2020, where we are Wigan Athletic with the original Master League lineup with such players as Heady, who is our captain and is rumoured of being transferred to Heztorum, and Wagamituka tops expectations. Well, he scored one goal and it was pretty good actually against Swansea. Now I still need you guys to let me know if you want me to upgrade the difficulty. We're on top player. We could go to whatever it is. I can't even remember what it is now. What's it called? We're on top player. We could go superstar and then maybe unlock it. I mean, let's go. Let's have a game on superstar. We'll have one game on superstar so you can see what it's like. We're going to be playing Sheffield Wednesday on superstar. We've got a few messages in our office. Candemir, they've responded with a counter offer. We must be selling. It's been a couple of days since I've played, so let's go and have a look in the negotiations into my team. Candemir is a 58 rated centre back. They're asking us to reduce the proposed by 13,000. Does he have a minimum fee? Yeah, he does. Okay, so 97. Pay his release fee and he's yours. That's what we always say. If they have a release fee, you need to pay it. Hervey, just would love you to pay his release fee. Does he have one? He does. No, 971's just. Let's go. He's not very good. What's his value? 863. I just feel like we can get a good. We can get more. We can get more than that. So if he's worth 863, let's go 908. I'm just thinking, you know, you don't want to sell all our players on the cheap, do we? 908 then in there. I think that's all the deals there. We had scouts had told us something. Okay, so we've got some new players. Goalkeepers. Okay. Castan Bong. Roma and Lurizer. Okay, not too much happening at the moment, but well, the transfer window's shut, so I'm surprised the computer's still going in for people. But anyway, let's go in and select our lineup. How's everyone doing? Fitness is okay. We're generally doing okay. We've got Nicholas in goal, good signing. Caulfield is the guy that we're trying to sell, so I'm not going to play him. He's absolutely terrible. I should just accept the deal. I'm not even going to put him on the bench. Gios can go on the bench. Carlson, Deleson. I mean, yeah, I just can't wait for Douglas Baggio to score his first goal. I'm going to go absolutely mental. Sheeper can come off. I mean, Hervey is actually one of our better striker options, isn't he? And we've got Nouri is our new player as well that we've brought in at right back. He can get a start. Sifier 67. Is he a better left back than Gyorza? No, he's not. Okay, let's put Siefert on the bench instead of Soric. Mihailov is actually not very up for this game, so let's put Hervey on the bench. No, let's put Jarvis on there. Put Jarvis on there. In fact, we don't. I don't need another. Redmond did well, didn't he? Got the winner against what do you call it in the cup? Swansea. The last game. There we go. I think that's how we're going to line up. I think that's how we're going to start. Oh, Redmond's on a down arrow as well. Let's just pop Dreesen on there. He's up for it. He's up for it. We're selling Candemir, so he can come off. We'll put Soric back on the bench for Candemir. Alright then. Let's get into it. That could potentially be a kit clash. Let's see what Sheffield Wednesday's away kit is. Green. That's more like it. There's no clash there. Stephen Fletcher up front for them. Barry Bannon in midfield and captain. Westwood in goal. Should be an interesting game. Let's see how it unfolds. Going to be interesting. I've got to remember we're on Superstar, which means it's going to be tougher and I've got to be better with the ball. Keep the ball a bit more. They're going to take their chances better. Can't give them opportunities. Got to keep working hard. But here we go into the game against Sheffield Wednesday. So welcome to the DW Stadium as Wigan get the game underway against Sheffield Wednesday in a pretty hotly contested fixture. This one is, well, you know, Sheffield Wednesday are on the up and Wigan seem to be doing well under new boss Roberto Carlos with the signing settling in well. It'll be interesting to see how this game really does unfold in the Championship today. Games all around the grounds this weekend, and after this we will be reporting into the studio to see how the rest of the league has unfolded. But for now, it's with heady in midfield for Wigan, who are controlling the tempo in these first 5 or 6 minutes of the game. Into Rice. Out it goes, and put her back to Rice. A good little quick 1-2. And Wigan have lost the ball, giving it away, and that is Stephen Fletcher looking to accelerate away from heady. Goes out right, and Giorgio has to come and pressure Harris on the ball. Just uses his acceleration to burst away from him. The cross gets a deflection, goes behind for a corner, and Sheffield Wednesday showing their intent from the off as Wigan opt for a man-to-man marking situation in the middle. Arcas holds the 6-yard box. It goes into the middle with a header, and it's off the line, cleared away, and Sheffield Wednesday straight away looking to get the lead in this game. Laid back to the edge area. Harris shoots, is deflected. It'll be another corner. And Sheffield Wednesday are being dangerous from the off. He missed it there, but it was cleared off the line. It came back to Harris, I think, in the middle. Took this touch, and there was bodies being thrown in the way. Good block from heady. And it's another corner to Sheffield Wednesday. Early on, Wigan were dominating the passes, but Sheffield Wednesday having the first meaningful attacks on goal as Nicholas gets a good strong punch to the ball. It falls to Ifora, who looks to lay it off into the box. It's looking to get a turn, flicks the ball in, and the defender misses it. It's 1-0 Wednesday, 11 minutes gone, and it's Stephen Fletcher with the early goal, and he is delighted about that. Sheffield Wednesday take the lead at the DW Stadium. Not something we're keen or commonly seen is Roberto Carlos' team going to hand. They worked it well. It was given out to the right hand side. Good ball in. Defender just leaves it go, and Fletcher sticks it in. And Nicholas is absolutely hopeless at the He's not hopeless. He's got no chance from that sort of range. And Wigan now look as if they're going to have to come out of their skin a little bit and play a little bit better in this remaining, 75 minutes of the game. Still a long time to go. heady picks the ball up. And it goes. This is a good passing move, but easily intercepted, and Fox picks it up into Sam Hutchinson, into Bonaire, and then just playing a bit of keep ball. Sheffield Wednesday at the back. Fox goes up the line to Reach. Adam Reach, once of Middlesbrough, and there's a lot of pressure going on the ball. They go over the top looking for Reach again, but it's a poor pass, and it goes out of play. And it's not the start Wigan would have wanted, as we said. Wigan fans in a bit of a shock seeing their team go 1-0 down so early on in a game. I haven't really seen how they've reacted coming back from a losing position under Roberto Carlos, so it'll be interesting to see how these players react. Obviously quite a young team that Wigan have got at the moment. Rice into Nori, the new signing at right back, lays it up the line, and Pallister just looking to hold on to the ball, shakes off the pressure of Reach, lays it back to heady. It goes out to Giorgio, into Rice, who just did a good bit of movement to manage to pick up the ball, flicks that on, and it's Nori on the ball here, just waiting. And Sheffield Wednesday holding this line really well. Nori flicks it around the corner to Pallister. Pallister swings in across towards the near post, and Westwood gathers that well. There's a chance of a knock off the defender for an own goal there, so Westwood did very well to hold on to that one. And here is Ifora, lays it into Lawongo, who we know is a good player. Back to Harris. That's a wayward pass though, and Wigan have been gifted a dangerous throw-in in Sheffield Wednesday territory, and it goes in, taken relatively quickly. This is heady, lays it back to Rice. Wigan determined to play this more patient approach and build up play that Roberto Carlos wants from his team. If it goes to heady, given away, looking for Pallister, and laid back, and again Sheffield Wednesday can maintain the possession and therefore maintain the lead, as Fox is put under a lot of pressure here, and it's good closing down from Pallister high up the pitch. Rice is there, sees the run at the back post but couldn't get it through to Aracas, and it's cleared away. And here come Wednesday again, passing out, looking for Reach on the left hand side. He's been involved in a lot, dances around the tackle very easily, and looks to lay this back now. A lot of pressure on the ball is happening here. Barry Bannon goes up the line looking for Reach. Reach already with 1 assist to his name, pressured by Nori, and he's turned Nori really easily. The debutant not doing well there, but he's got Rice for cover, and Wigan look to survive another day. It goes out to the left hand side to Arcas. He's got Wagamatuka in front of him making some sort of run, and Arcas is being held up, lays it in to Wagamatuka. Comes to Pallister. Pallister looking back to Wagamatuka. Good tackle, ball flying around everywhere, and it's won back by Arcos. Wigan not giving this up. Rice out to Nori. Nori into Pallister, does get it through, goes for the 1-2. Nori's there, swings the cross in, looking for Wagamatuka. It's over his head, and it's kept alive. It's going to fall to Arcas. No, it's not. It's just bounced out of reach, and Sheffield Wednesday will look to counter now. Rice has to go and put some pressure on reach. It's a good ball looking through. Fletcher v Ericsson. Ericsson comes across. Fletcher gets there first. There's the shot. Could have laid it off one more to Harris. Went for the greedy effort. 5 minutes to go in the first half. 1-0 Wednesday. And Wigan are up against a challenge here, as Fletcher did very well. Fired this in low. The shot was deflected wide. And Wigan have got it all to do. It's going to be Barry Bannon to swing this one in to the box. Nicholas again there with a punch, and this should be Arcas's ball. Now, can Wigan Athletic counter? They're actually caught out because Wednesday get a number of players back very, very quickly. And this is Ericsson up to Nouri, the new signing, looking to make some move at his new club. Feeds a good ball through there to Rice, but it's just overhit, and he couldn't get on it to feed the ball through to Wagamatuka. And Ericsson has spotted that run but couldn't stop the ball from getting there. Reach, that's a poor pass, and Nicholas will come out and easily claim that one. They can roll it out here as it goes into the midfield, but into Nouri, and that is half time. And Sheffield Wednesday lead through Steve Fletcher's early goal in the 12th minute. Really, Wigan defended poorly, but since then it's been pretty even. Sheffield Wednesday probably having the better of it. Only one shot from Wigan with it going on target. 4 from Sheffield Wednesday with 3 on target and 1 goal. We'll see if there are any changes at half time. No changes at half time for Wigan Athletic, and none for Sheffield Wednesday either, as the second half gets underway. Sheffield Wednesday with a 1-0 lead. Wigan looking to probably press the ball a bit higher, as Reach is, they just need to keep control of Reach. He's been deadly in that first half, always getting onto the loose balls. And that's a good tackle on Fletcher. And here comes Rice now, coming forward, trying to accelerate away from Barry Bannon, and does, with some good movement in front of him. Rice lays it off, looking for Castledine. Castledine takes a heavy touch, gets a shot off. Good save from Kieran Westwood. Holds on to the ball well. And Sheffield Wednesday look to build from the back. Just laid back and keeping it in the midfield. Wagamatukin tries to come and help the midfield out by putting pressure on. Steve Fletcher turns nicely out to Harris on the right hand side, put under pressure, looks to spin in behind and does, and Vasilj is going to have to come over and try and block this cross. Vasilj dives in, Harris beats him, it's a ball in, and it's a good save from Nicholas to keep that one out, but it's deflected in, and Fletcher scores one of the luckiest goals you'll ever see. He's gone to tackle, I think that was Ericsson, and it's gone in, and it's 2-0 Wednesday, 2 goals for Fletcher. And you would have thought this was a moment where Wigan had it under control. Nicholas is there, it's half cleared, and it's really poor from the Wigan defence. And Fletcher gets his second, makes it 2-0, and is that game over? And Roberto Carlos' team are going to taste defeat for the first time under the new manager's reign, as still looking to build from the back. Vasilj into Ericsson, out to the right hand side to Nouri. Not had the best of debuts. Rice lays it back to heady, just trying to keep the ball and move it around a bit. Up it goes, looking for Arcas. Arcas to Gyorza. Heritich curling for the ball and gets it. Rice is there as well. Rice lays it on one more, and Nouri takes over from Pallister. Nouri back into Gyorza. It's a poor pass, but Gyorza's done well to recover the situation. And here is Rice. Looks to dink one over the top. It's just a bit too far in front of Pallister. And that's not good enough from a Wigan perspective, and it remains 1-0 Sheffield United. Sheffield Wednesday, sorry, that's not going to go down well with the blue supporters from Sheffield, calling them United, as it's up in the air, and Castledine is there to intercept that pass, takes a heavy touch and just kicks it against his centre midfield, not being able to really dominate the game as they would have wanted in this one, Wigan, as that should be easy for Nouri to win, and it is. And Rice picks it up and comes forward, keeps running forward, looks infield to Castledine. There's not many options in front of him, as Gyorza, the left back, picks it forward, comes forward with it. Arcas lays that in to Rice, flicks it on one more, sorry, that was Castledine into Rice. Out it goes to Nouri, now with a bit of space in the middle. Nouri looks to dink it in for Wagamatuka. It's just not a good enough cross from the new boy, but the pressure is coming, and Wigan are keeping this going. Into Heitich, turns, they're looking to spread it out to the left hand side, and Gyorza looks to spread the pitch even more. Back into Heitich. Heitich asks Rice to come forward, lays it into him. That creates some space for Castledine. Castledine looking for Wagamatuka, but the gap wasn't there, and this could be a problem for Wigan looking forward now. If Sheffield Wednesday just hold this bank of 4 at the back, it's going to be a big struggle to get them through, and Harris has got the pace to trouble Wigan at the back, and Vaselj comes over but doesn't get the ball, and Harris keeps this run going down the wing, and Vaselj has learned his lesson to not dive in. Fletcher's there looking for the hat-trick with a spectacular, and that was not a bad effort at all, as it was crossed in here from Harris. Lovely work from the right winger, just dancing around Vaselj. Left-footed cross, in it goes, and Harris, well, Fletcher, sorry, close but no cigar for the Scotsman. And there's going to be some changes, I think, from Roberto Carlos. He's got some subs warming up down there on the sideline. I think we're going to have to see a change of formation, I think, here from the Brazilian manager. It looks like they're going to potentially a 4-2-4 with Wamatuka being partnered by the more pacey Gios up front as well, which we'll see if that does a do. And there also looks like one of Roberto Carlos's favourites, he said in the signings when he brought him in on loan, very excited to bring him in. And Douglas comes in, the Brazilian winger. Let's see if these changes go through, which they do. So Arcas off and Douglas Baggio on, and Rice off and Gios on, in a much more attacking lineup now for the team, as Nicholas goes long with the goal kick, getting the game restarted underway, looking for Wamatuka, who does win the header but can't really direct it towards one of his teammates, and it drops back. That's a pass into midfield, and Baggio's first port of call is to go and defend as it comes out. Here's feet going in, but he dances around all the tackles. It comes out to the danger man Harris again. Then in the first half it was all down the left. That goes into Fletcher. He turns, gets a shot off, and the block from the defender means it falls into Nicholas's arms. And here is Nouri on the right hand side. It goes up to Pallister, who's getting a rare run out of the whole game. Normally is one of the subs that Carlos likes to make. We look to the left hand side. Lays it back. Douglas Baggio to Ghiorza. That's really poor. Took too many touches, and look at the difference there with Fletcher's holding up ability up front. Sheffield Wednesday look like they're in a different league at this point compared to Wigan, but it is only 2-0. Wigan don't have to be too disheartened. A quick goal and it will be squeaky bum time for Sheffield Wednesday, but so far Wigan haven't offered very much, as Fletcher turns again and gets away from his man, and you can see the Wigan back line dropping deeper, trying to get back in position and keep up with the likes of Harris and Fletcher. As here is Harris again. He turns, cuts inside, gets onto that left foot, but a good tackle this time from Vaselj, who manages to get the ball through to Baggio, into Wamatuka. Up it goes to Castledine, into Gios. He's got Pallister making a run in front of him. Now they need to get men in the box. Pallister with a good turn into Castledine. It's a poor pass, but there is a free kick, as Pallister was caught late after he made that pass into Castledine. And you can just see it here. He took a touch, got caught just there after passing the ball by Adam Reach. And we'll see who fancies this one now. And Vasilj is leaning over it, maybe Castledine as well. Let's have a look. It's going to be Castledine, the left footer. Could have a cheeky go from goal here. Castledine does have a shot. It's just over the bar. Westwood was a little bit panicked, but with 5 minutes to go, that's not how Roberto Carlos would have hit that one, as it was just fired in. Keeper expecting a cross, but Westwood was actually comfortable to see that one go over the bar. And Castledine, is this going to be Wigan's first loss? It sure does look like it, as Westwood throws everyone forward for a long goal kick, as Fletcher's there, wins the header very well. And here come Wednesday again. Reach trying to get into the game like he did in the first half, but he's been kept quiet. But they've sent the ball down the other wing, and Harris has been causing all sorts of trouble. As here is Pallister. Up it goes. Gios turns, looks to spray it out towards Douglas Baggio, but the ball didn't have enough kick on it. Harris goes easily round Vaselj's diving tackle. We know that he loves a tackle at the back, as it goes into Fletcher. Fletcher turns, but under pressure, and Eriksson wins the ball. Into injury time, then, not long to go. Nicholas goes long with his clearance, looking for Wamatuka, who does win the header into Douglas Baggio, but just didn't have the strength to hold off the Sheffield Wednesday right back. And Ghiorza goes flying into a tackle, or is it Vaselj? It might be Vaselj. It's a yellow card. I think it is Ghiorza, and that will probably be the final part of the game, as Harris here is just absolutely annihilated. Good touch to get around, and Ghiorza flies in, tried to poke the ball away, but caught the back of the heels, and that's a yellow card for the left back. And it's not been the best of games for Wigan. It's been a tough time, and I think Sheffield Wednesday have been very much good enough for their winners. There it is, the full-time whistle. Fletcher with the goal in either half, and Wigan disappointing at home 2-0 then. It finished here at Sheffield Wednesday. Let's go and have a look at the man of the match, as we don't really need to see the highlights. So there we go. 3 shots in the whole game at home for Wigan. Not very good at all. And man of the match, Stephen Fletcher, as you would expect. But for now, it's back to the studio to see all the other games from around the grounds and get the results. So as we know, Wigan losing at home at the DW 2-0. That was the live game. Cardiff losing at home as well, 1-0 to Brentford. Charlton Athletic getting a 3-1 win to Preston North End. Hull City built in Millwall at home. Fulham with a stonking 4-1 win away at Stoke. Blackburn Rovers beating Luton Town 1-0. Nottingham Forest beat Reading 1-0. Middlesbrough 2-0 winners against West Brom. Birmingham City 1-0 against Queen's Park Rangers. Leeds United 4, Barnsley 0. Swansea City with a very bad week, getting knocked out of the FA Cup at home and then losing 1-0 at home to Huddersfield as well. And Derby County and Bristol City played out a draw 0-0. And that is you updated. Let's see what it's done to the league table. Wigan find themselves in 13th. Sheffield Wednesday go top with that 2-0 win. Brentford, Blackburn, Leeds United, West Brom, Hull and Birmingham are your top 7. At the bottom, Millwall still without a win, minus 6 goal difference, only scoring 1 goal in 3 games. Not the best. Barnsley and Swansea City make up the relegation spots, and Cardiff City are in 21st as well. So not very good for the Welsh teams in the Sky Bet Championship. So all in all, a bit of a disappointing result actually. I don't think, well, Superstar didn't feel that much tougher, but maybe it's I haven't played enough and the squad we've got isn't good enough to play against Superstar at the moment. The bullying on the ball just seemed to be a little bit overpowered from the, well, no, for the players we've got, it wasn't very easy to the bullying on the wall. But yeah, let me know. We'll go back to playing Preston. We'll go back to top player because I probably won't have your answers in by the time I play that game. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll be back next time for the game against Preston. Loving Pro Evo 2020. If you haven't got it, get it. And you like football games, go and buy it. It's much more realistic than FIFA. I played the FIFA 20 demo, hated it. And PES on PC or PS4, you can get all the kits and all the licenses and all the badges and stuff like that from PES Universe, so go and check them out as well. If you've got it, enjoy it. If you don't have it, why not? And if you don't want to play it, fair enough. Keep watching the series. Thank you so much. For now, I'm out. Cheers.